Hey all, welcome to another episode of Learning the Drift. This time we're on a new track again. This one is called Shinjuku Kart Night. I think this is an older track. I saw it mentioned on one of the forums somewhere, so I thought I'd check it out. Doesn't seem like a very popular track. I haven't seen many videos of it on YouTube. It's actually a really fun track to drift on. On first glance, it kind of looks like a really tricky track because there's just a lot of turns. You're in this parking garage and it's a little bit hard to tell, which way the track goes. But actually with all the arrows and signs, it actually is pretty easy to figure out. So before I recorded this, I put about only, like 5 minutes into the track just to take one lap around it. And I felt like I could get it down pretty quickly. In terms of the car that I'm using a Gravy Garage JZX90. I'd say Gravy Garage is probably one of my favorite car packs, right up there at WGTS. I mean, it's a very popular car pack in general, but I find that you can actually do just crazier angles, and it just seems more extreme than WDTS, which is a lot of fun. I don't know how realistic it is, but it doesn't seem to get lumped in with the Tando buddies in terms of just being called terrible physics, so I assume it's pretty decent, but either way, it's just a blast to drive around. In terms of just drifting progress and how I'm doing, I actually felt like I got a lot better in the last couple of hours. And I think one big help was getting a lot of great feedback from one of the viewers, Oculus Drift, who just kept giving me great advice on things I can be tweaking to get better at drifting, as well as even some equipment tuning advice to kind of dial in my direct drive wheel setup. So that's been super helpful. But yeah, so on top of that, when I started this track, I just thought, oh man, this thing is tight corners and a crazy garage. It's going to be slamming into walls and all that sort of stuff. But I was actually surprised that after just a couple minutes, I was able to just closely full length the course without hitting too many things. It just felt really good. I don't know if it's because this track is actually pretty easy and just looks deceptively hard, but it felt really good being on this new track and being able to do as well as I did. And of course, it's all relative. I'm sure people who are much better drifting will see it. Well, here, these lines are terrible and that sort of stuff. But for me, given where I was, a couple hours of gameplay ago to now, I think it's a pretty big improvement. I also want to mention this track overall is really fun to drive, but there's this one ramp right here where I think what's going on is the suspension is too low, and if I take it at a certain angle, it winds up clipping into the ramp and makes me spin out. So that part is not great, but it's also kind of fun to try to hit that ramp at the proper angle so that I don't clip into the ramp. thanks everyone for watching and checking in on my progress. And of course, if you have any advice or feedback, please let me know in the comments. Thanks, and I'll see you guys on the next one.